mics. Check a one. All right, we're live on the mics. Let's go. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome, everyone, and pull up a seat at the table. It's Lunchtime in Rome. Tonight's episode, 306, is entitled Abby Herr Again. Abby joined us a few years ago, and she's back to give us an update. She was a big girl then and is a young woman now. We'll be talking with her at the table this evening. So pull up a seat at the table and join us. First-time listeners can subscribe on your favorite podcast app, or watch us live or later on YouTube at lunchtimeinrome.com. Visit us at lunchtimeinrome.com. And while there, you can take our relational needs questionnaire. Make sure to follow us on all social media. And it'd be great if you gave us a 5-star review. Jay, what specifically is this podcast about?
At the table, we strive to love one another and help you to do the same. Some weeks we will have someone join us, like this week, so you can get to know them and learn a little bit about yourself in the process. Other weeks we dive into a topic. Romans 12:15 says to rejoice with those who rejoice and mourn with those who mourn. And that is what we do. So while it may not be 12:15 in Rome, we're treating it like it is
Lunchtime in Rome.
With Abby.
We are here without a hitch.
Oh my
No,
gosh.
seamless. No seams whatsoever. But because Eric is brilliant, he figured it out.
Yeah, we had some YouTube technical difficulties, but they are now good, and we are now streaming live. So welcome to all the viewers that are on our
That we're
stream.
going to be on.
That are going to be on.
I said were.
We're going to be
But
on.
then we weren't on.
Oh, yeah.
They're not on.
Yeah.
But they'll be on later.
Yeah, I
Or
really
they
hope
won't.
so. No.
It's hard to say. Brian, how are you?
All things considered, I think I'm okay.
I love it.
Yeah, it's been a acid trip of a week, and started last week where I don't think I even told you guys this. Last time I talked to you, I was flying out of Pittsburgh, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did I tell you I didn't fly?
No.
No.
Yeah, so I'm sitting there, and my flight I was supposed to leave at 10 after 5. I was going to Long Island, out to see Kono. Was supposed to leave at 10 after 5, land at 7 at JFK in the evening. He was
Sounds
going to pick
easy.
me up. Yeah, it was, and I will say in the past, I have had problems. So there was a point where I just decided I don't want to fly anymore to Long Island. If I'm going to go to Long Island, I'm just going to drive. It's going to be easier to do it. So it took me 6 hours this time. 6 to 7, at 6, 7,
Sure.
just
Sure.
because you never know with the city
Let
how
me
it's going
interrupt
to
you
be.
right there. Was that funny or cringe, Abby?
Total cringe.
A little bit of both, mostly cringe.
No, you love it when I do that. You think it's great.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what's the cringe factor? 6?
What if I do it like this?
7?
You can't
6,
even
7.
Look at him. Can't even look at
No,
him.
That's worse.
that's worse. Oh, I thought it was better.
Because you're my dad.
Oh, well, pretend I'm not for this
It would still be
podcast.
bad, though,
Yeah.
but not as bad.
So 10 after 5, supposed to leave. I get to the airport early, which I never go to the airport early because, I know it pretty well, but they've redone it. And so I wanted to get there early. I wanted to,
Be even more frustrated.
it was actually, I like the new layout. It took a little bit of getting
I was
used
wondering
to.
about that.
The parking's definitely different.
Yeah.
So
you park closer to the terminal.
Yeah, and there's a parking garage now. It used to be you go in and you've got short-term, long-term, and extended parking. Now they have a shuttle lot. They have a parking garage, a terminal garage, and a terminal lot. The terminal lot has now become kind of the short and longer-term parking. The parking garage is also, but it's $35 a day if you want to park in the parking garage. 25 in the terminal lot. I can't remember. I think it was $8 or $10 or $12 for the shuttle lot.
Well, that's not bad.
No, so but the shuttle lot is still on the airport premises.
Yeah, it's not like going to Uncle Charlie's or
Right.
Charlie Brown's.
Charlie
I
Brown.
just wanted to say, big guy says it was cringe.
It was cringe. Oh, okay. That matters a lot.
If big guy calls you cringe,
From
That's
the
something.
general.
That's something. So
And Marilyn and Bob, thanks for joining.
Yeah.
If you could let us know how the stream sounds, that would be so appreciated tonight.
oh
So appreciated.
yeah. So I get there early. I'm sitting there. I got past security with the new security line's pretty nice. And I'm sitting there at 10 after 3 or 3:15, and I get a ping. Your flight's been delayed 150 minutes. So
that's a lot
it's
of
now
minutes.
departing.
That's a lot of minutes.
It's now departing at 7:40, and I had just seen Ethan. I had lunch with Ethan, and I was like, well, do I now leave the airport and come back?
Yeah, it's
you know,
2.5
see
hours.
him. So
Did you say pre-check?
I do. So I'm debating. I start doing a little bit of work. This time it's about 4, maybe 10 after 4. Ping! Your flight's been delayed 150 minutes. Your flight's now leaving at 10 after 10.
150 additional minutes?
150 additional minutes. Your
So
flight
it's
is
2.5 hours
it
into
was
so it's
supposed to
5
be 10
hours.
after 5. Then it was 7:40. Then it was 10:10. So I pulled out my phone. I canceled my flight and just drove to Long Island.
Like you love to do.
And the nicest part of that is you started another 45 minutes
in rush
on the other
hour.
side. Oh, even better.
Yeah, because I had to come. But honestly,
79 to 80 and across?
no. I just left the airport. I drove back across town, and
Did you wait? I really want to know. Like, did you MapQuest? Did you Google Map or you just went?
no, I Google Mapped.
'Cause I was thinking maybe that would have been faster to go up 79 and then across 80 rather than dealing with rush hour.
Rush hour wasn't even that bad. I
Okay.
got back across town in 40 minutes.
No, that's good. That's
And
what it takes.
then I made it. I mean, if you want to drive, if you like to drive, that was a great drive. There was nobody on the road.
Sure.
I got in at 10 or about.
How about the time your plane would have
Yeah,
taken off?
I got in about 11:30. So if my flight was 10:10, I'd have got in about 11:40. So I got there before my flight would have landed.
And you saved money.
A little bit of money.
I just
Although
hate flying
it's
anymore.
expensive
I
now,
just
man.
hate flying anymore.
It's not enjoyable. It's not fun. It's not reliable. Lex is out in Colorado now. She had to fly Pittsburgh to JFK to Colorado, and her layover was delayed. So her flight from JFK to Colorado was delayed by like an hour and a half. You know, you just got to factor that in now, and it's kind of unfortunate. So, anyways, that's how. I would say that's where I would define my acid trip of a week. That's where it started.
Yeah.
Got out to Long Island and had some big conversations on Wednesday. But in between some of those conversations, Kono said, "Hey, let's go see the Chicken Man." So he has a friend, the Chicken Man.
Sure.
We drove down the road a little bit, and this Chicken Man has kind of a complex. He bought like an old strip mall and turned it into. I think he fixes cars, and he also has a market and juice bar and fries chicken, and it's a really cool spot. Like the food's good, the chicken's amazing. But I got a papaya, which we weren't. Abby and I have been doing smoothies in the morning. We tried it. We were not a fan of the papaya. Wouldn't get it again.
I don't know if I've ever had papaya.
You open it up, it's bigger, and you open it up, you slice it down the middle, and like think about when you open up a pumpkin or a squash, you have the seeds in the middle.
Yeah.
Although these seeds looked more like pods, like something you would find at the bottom of the ocean. I don't know how to describe it, but it was not appealing. And then when you ate it, it tasted like skin. Was not a fan of the.
Abby, is that how you would have described it?
Like human skin?
Well, I haven't. Like, I'm not a connoisseur of human skin, but if
I say I haven't had it, but I'm not a connoisseur.
There was that one time. What did you think, Abby?
You and your soccer team crashed in the Indies?
We did, yeah.
I didn't like it.
You did not like it. No, I think her face was, and obviously there's a listening element to this, but basically it was a no.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So, anyways, saw the Chicken Man. But to see the Chicken Man, we had to go into the basement of this adjacent home that was still on the property.
Sure.
Open the door. Kono yells down, "Hello!" So we start walking down these steps into this basement of this place I've never been. Like,
you're thinking, is it all in your head? This is how it ends for me.
Well, there was that. There's also, this is my life. This is kind of crazy. But you get down the steps and it's like into this basement, but this basement was like a palace. It was decorated with gold and marble, and there was this big conference table with like 6 or 7 I would say six, 7 men sitting around it who I would say Middle Eastern, and maybe some Malaysian. So there was
Some Far Asian.
quite the variety of men that did not look like me around the table. And then there's Kono, straight Italian, and then there's me. And
None of the above.
but the chicken man, I can't remember his name. I think of Faisal,
Sure.
but brother, like the nicest guy, brother, shaking my hand. And we're sitting there just talking about ICE and tariffs and, things happening in and around New York City and Long Island. And
Big Mom Donnie fans?
they were not. They were a fan of making money, and they do not like the way that things are currently going
See?
with tariffs and things like that.
Not a fan of that either.
So, anyways, we're sitting there just, kind of BSing like that. And all of a sudden, people start coming down the stairs with these big trays. And it was lunch, which I didn't know I was going to have this lunch. And so there's this big tray of steak and like lamb chops and this other, it was almost like a sausage, but because they're halal, they cannot eat sausage, right?
You can have the skin. No.
Yes.
The casing.
But it was a type of meat, so like a type of beef. It was almost like it was pounded and rolled up, but it was
Like a
delicious.
kafka?
I don't know what it was, but I would like to have more of it because it was really, really good. There's this giant tray of this meat, giant plate of salad, just a whole bunch of stuff, and they're just dishing it out to me, making me like wanting me to eat more and more of it, which I obliged. It was so good. Kono and I left. That was the Chicken Man story. It was just one of these like,
Where am I?
Did that really happen?
What is going on?
Yeah,
Right
now. So then I left. I came home. I got home Thursday. Another nice trip home, and then sitting there on the couch with Lex. We went to the Penn Hills Light Up night, which was fantastic. It was such a nice night. And then sitting on the couch a little bit later,
When was
Lex, municipal building.
No,
it was
no,
Thursday.
when?
It was Thursday night.
Okay.
Like
Thursday
6:30.
night light up.
Yeah, 6:30. Abby and the marching band performed, and then got a call, and Lex's brother passed away just very suddenly. So, quite the blow. She's out there in Colorado now. Maybe we'll talk about it with Abby and how Abby, as a 14-year-old, handles the passing of a very favorite, uncle. But yeah, so it's been a lot. Now Abby and I are just hanging out at home, and I'm on a 3-day. I'm at the end of a 3-day fast. I'm very, very.
And you told that whole chicken guy story on a fast.
I've made dinner on a fast. Not for me, but yeah.
Yeah, because it doesn't take long if you're making dinner for yourself on a fast.
Yeah, it's
not
non-existent, right? It's air. So, but yeah, so that's. I mean, it's been a crazy week.
I mean, it's terrible.
I'm sorry
and
it took up
great.
so much time, but
Nah, I
there
don't
was a
need
lot
to
to
go
say.
all that much. No,
That was it.
I mean, we're going through it. Maggie's sick.
Happy birthday.
Ear infection. And if you've listened to us for a long time, we've had a history of that. She's
Sure.
got ear tubes in.
Had
and
surgery on that.
on
I
you
believe
know,
I
so
said surgery.
surgery.
like
So
a
right
chicken
now, same kind of thing. If she gets like 3 or 4 in a certain amount of time,
Got to go back in.
Got to go back in.
Get
Get
more
ear tubes.
tubes?
Yeah, because the one
Really?
fell out.
Oh, okay.
Like they're supposed to fall.
Yeah.
It's been a year.
Yeah.
So we're at that line. So she might have to get tubes put back in. But
Wow.
we're just it's just one of those seasons right now. Like we're just trying to get through
You're just out here.
everything Christmas and yeah.
Yep. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
You've been working out
I
again,
love
though,
Christmas. Yeah, working out.
Lex
yeah.
said she saw you guys at the gym.
Yes, we didn't know that.
So it's kind of funny story. We can share it now.
Go ahead.
So the night that
Hold on. So,
Yeah.
Abby, I want to clue you in on, like sometimes there's awkward moments between you and your friends, and you don't know who knows what, and somebody told a story, and then, it doesn't stop. Go ahead.
right, yeah, it happens. It still goes on. So Lex had messaged Amy that John had passed away the night that John passed away,
Yeah.
and we were like, whoa! Like it was like took Amy's breath away. We were just just taken back. So. I think Lex my assumption was Lex just messaged Amy privately. Just that's the only person that she wanted to reach out to that night, which I'm
She
very
needed it.
thankful that
She needed that,
yeah, which
yeah.
was great. So Jay and I have recently, gone back to the gym, and we've picked a couple lunch times to go, and we're there, we're working out, and we see Lex walk into the gym.
Well, you have to leave before that. You told me before we saw her.
Right. I did. Because you had mentioned her name, and I was like, right. I just wanted to give Jay a heads up and prepare him. And we see her walk in, and she just looked so beat down. Like you could tell that like she just did not get a good night's sleep.
When was this?
This was the day after.
Oh, wow.
after.
Okay.
And I was just like, man, good on her for just getting out there and working some things out. And, she was on the rower. But Jay started to walk towards Lex to go say hello. And I was like, whoa, buddy. You don't know?
You don't know? You don't know. And I was like, oh, well, that's good to know that I don't know.
So, and I was like, and I don't know if she wants to talk to anybody right now. So,
Yeah.
So that's why we held our distance and we just let her be in her space and row and get her workout in and not be bothered because
Yeah.
it's probably what she wanted to do.
That's exactly what you wanted to do, and that's great reading.
let her do it.
Thank you, Holy Spirit.
And just the only reason we didn't tell you guys earlier is because we wanted to wait until the kids, but we wanted to do that after they were
It's
done.
never
with
an
school.
easy way to go about it.
And there's no need to defend the way you
No.
did it.
No, I know.
Like,
I understand that.
Yeah.
And for me, I don't have, you said your acid trip or whatever, like it's just a delightfully crazy time. And I'm honored by the number of people, like I posted on Saturday afternoon, I said, in the next 24 hours, I'm leading a memorial service, going to a staff Young Life Christmas party, going to wish somebody a happy birthday after that. And then I have then I have church in the morning followed by a congregational meeting. It's a wild world we live in. And like every comment was, you're doing a lot, hang in there, we're praying for you. Oh, I said, and all this while I know several people, Lex, Jan, who are suffering.
Yeah.
And I was like, and everybody was like it was a cry for help. And I'm like, I'm just going, this is crazy. Like, but the number of people who check in on me going, you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot. And I'm like, yeah, but I'm.
You got to thrive in that though.
I do. And I am relying on God for strength and direction and, and people say, I think I said this before on this very podcast, people say, I want a balanced life. Well, Jesus didn't have a balanced life, but he did rest.
Yeah.
And so I got my rest and whatever else. But the coolest thing and the quick story I want to tell is the new Penn Hills police chief asked me to lead the Officer Michael Crawshaw Memorial this year.
Wow.
He passed away 16 years ago now. Tragically, terribly. And and of course I said yes, but I struggled with it because it's the 16th memorial. What are you going to say that hasn't been said? And I met the guy like twice, maybe. What am I going to tell his parent? Oh, the good guy. What do you?
Yeah.
And so God really put it on my heart. And I was like, well, and I ran it past Rachel and she's like, it seems kind of clinical. And I was like, well, it's what it's going to be. So I said, we're here at a memorial service and we're remembering two things. One's obvious. The obvious is.
So you have done this already?
Yeah, it happened Saturday.
Okay.
And I said, it's Officer Crawshaw. And I went for maybe a minute. He was a good man, perhaps the best of men, and all these things. I said, but number two is we're remembering grief. And that's not very obvious. And so I went into where does grief go? And then I went into Jesus weeping with Mary and Martha. And I was like, well, and then the chief went, and it was unbelievable. He's just a good old guy. And he knew him, and it was such an emotion. I'm like, oh, okay, good. There's the heartstrings. I brought in the left side of the brain.
Right.
Here, old boy calls me on Monday. Police chief calls me to thank me that what I did was so perfect and so helpful that several police officers pulled him aside afterward, and it gave him the courage to go through it. I was just like, go figure what God will do. Because it was my go to sleep, wake up middle of the night thought for 2 weeks. And I'm like, I don't know. And God was like, I got it.
Yeah.
They invite you back for the next one next year?
We'll see.
Yeah.
I actually offered. No, I'm going to hold off on that. But no, it was good. They asked me. He said, "Where's your church?" And I said, "Oh, our church is the Penn Hills Police satellite parking lot. And
Right.
he laughed because they're always back there.
Yeah.
And he told a couple of the officers that. I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, because you guys are always parked back there. They're like, oh, that's funny.
Yeah.
And he did say this. He goes, Jay, you're not like the other, because I don't want to speak bad about the clergy. And I went, oh, I'll do that. But he said, you're not like them. He goes, you're like one of us.
Yeah.
You talk like us. And I was like, 90%, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I'll tell you who does not talk like the police.
I hope she doesn't.
It's those who sit at the head of the table, and we are ever so grateful. I just threw that in there.
Yeah.
For Groot from the Hooked on Jesus podcast, Lorianne, Bethany Jaworski, Mary Lynn, Ashley, and Big Guy, by the way, and Breaking 90. They have gone to lunchtimeinrome.com and become paid subscribers. Whole new package coming out. Mary Lynn's been helping us with that. And the new package on being a head of the table will come out in the new year. And we are elated to have a return member of the table here in Abby Herr. Abby, how are you? That was a lot of sitting. We are very sorry because we committed to not talking long, and I did.
And I talked even longer.
Wow, who's keeping score besides me? Abby, how are things?
They're fine. They're fine.
You were on here 3 years ago.
Yes.
Or is it 2.5 or 3.5 because it was summertime? You were 10.
I think, yeah. I'm 14 now, so.
Well, it was before. It was Bella's junior year, so
3.5.
sure. Well, here's the thing.
A ways back.
And it actually leads to one of my questions I have for you, which is in 4 or 3.5 years, for somebody who was 10 then and is 14 now, basically, that's a third of your life.
Wow.
So are you a completely different person now or just an older version of the girl that was then?
I'd say I've definitely changed, but morally, I think I'm about the same. Maybe a little different, but mentally, mostly the same. But
And you said morally?
yeah, like my,
Values
yes, my ways of life.
are the same.
Mostly, I feel like, yeah.
And how have you changed?
Some different views and more focused on God, but also just personality wise, I feel like I've gotten to be maybe kinder, more understanding of people. So,
And is that all people or just people your age? Like, does that make sense? Like your peers, or like when, he comes home and he's talking about the neighbor does something, are you like, well, Dad, you have to understand your neighbor may have had a bad day.
I'd say so.
So
Like,
just in general, you have
yeah.
sort of maybe a more
Yeah.
rounded, softer,
Yeah.
less edgy kind of, demeanor to yourself.
Yeah.
What do you attribute that to? Meeting other people, time, and when you're going, in your growth in the Lord, or a significant friend, or your father talking about you should always tolerate people's views that are different than you, like litterers and people who don't put their carts away.
Yeah.
You don't have to know. You can just say,
Yeah.
it's just become that way.
yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
And you've been going to youth group down in Riverside, still
Yeah.
doing that? Yeah, that's good.
Yes.
Yep.
Well,
Yes.
I've been very impressed watching you over the past couple years navigate your social life. You've dealt with some friend situations that, and I think from what you talk about, you've dealt with them in a very, I guess, wise and compassionate yet firm manner. I am curious where you get that ability to navigate your friendships from.
Honestly, I think it's,
Learn to love on Sundays with Jay teachers.
I mean,
Sorry, go ahead. I interrupted.
it definitely helps, but
Good night, everybody.
I think I want to be Not necessarily. I want to try to be somebody that people see and don't think that, like, oh, she's mean. Yeah. And
You want to be the kind of person that when they walk in the room, people get either encouraged or excited. They don't go, boy.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember growing up,
Definitely.
the people that I thought were the coolest were the people that acknowledged everybody in a good way. You know, whether like they were the nerd or whether they were the jock, like it didn't matter who that person was. And I have one person in mind, but you know, they just knew, like they just, everybody liked them because like they were cool with everybody, you know? And that's like, you don't see that very often. There's cliques and there's
what?
Yeah.
Cliques.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a good goal.
Can I ask you, when we haven't done it recently, but for a long time when I drove you to school, we would pray, and I would usually say, go be a light. Like I would somehow say that. Do you feel like that has maybe made a difference? Did that ever stick with you? Nah, not really. I don't even listen to you when you're blabbing away in the morning.
Remember, he did just do the 6-7 thing with the hand motions.
That she'll never forget. No, I think she would have screamed yes if that were the case. But
Yeah,
I think it's one of those baseline things.
Yeah.
Like you threw it out there, whether it get picked up or not. I'm going to do that every day, whether it gets picked up or not.
Yeah. I'm just really curious, and I have always been very
Why have
curious.
you turned out as good as you have?
Yeah, like where your code comes from. You've always had a tremendous understanding of who you are. You've always been very self-aware. One of the most self-aware people I've ever met, and I think it's a gift from God, and I'm grateful for that.
That is true, because we've vacationed with you guys many a time, and when Abby was little, she would even like self-regulate and know, like, I'm gonna go back to my bedroom away from everybody and have some time to myself. And I don't care what you think. It's what I'm gonna do.
And you've always been very gentle but firm in not feeling like you need to do things that other people are telling you to do.
Right.
Which is it's very impressive. For me, it took me a long time to learn how to say no to people and how to say no to people.
Still trying to figure it out.
But you've always had that just innate ability. And so anyways, where do you think that comes from?
I think it could be a combination of, like, one, God will say, you know, is
Right,
Jesus the
yeah.
answer? There's that. But then two, I think the combination of, like, you're Brian, you're a confident guy. And I think that just naturally kind of, you know, rubs off on your kids. But then there's also like the kindness and sweetness of Lex. And like, so the combination, I didn't say anything bad. What?
Brian, you're confident. Lex is sweet.
No, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you are who you are, and you're very respectful, you know, because you have a high need of respect. So I think that rubs off on Abby. But then there's the sweetness of Lex, the understanding and the calmness and, you know, that kind of thing. And I think it's just a combination of all those things.
Yeah.
I have an important question. Favorite fast food?
Chick-fil-A.
And your favorite what's your favorite pizza chain? Like, you can't say Del Sal's, which everybody loves Del Sal's.
Oh, we just had that on
Yeah,
Sunday.
so like a national chain.
Pizza Hut, Little
Yeah,
Caesars.
Pizza Hut.
Pizza Hut. And would you rather read or write? See, neither one's
That's
very
hard.
appealing. That's why it's a great question.
No,
'Cause I love reading because I feel like I have a very wild imagination. So it's easy for me to picture stuff and it's fun to read, but I also love creating. And I love
Oh, so it's tough because
making
you
my
like
own
both.
stories. Yes.
Wow.
I love making my own stories. Probably reading because it's already done. And
And you're still creating because you're creating
Yeah.
it in your mind.
Right, you're
And
imagining it, yeah.
with writing, I like I have a whole bunch of freedom, but when it comes down to it, I don't always know what to write. And it's hard because then I can be like, well, I don't want to write anymore because I'm having a block. I don't know what to write. So.
Do you draw?
I do.
But you write more than you draw. It's not right.
Yeah.
So in that regard, that is incredible to me that you couldn't decide between writing and reading. I would say that is atypical. Like, do you have a lot of friends who are that way? And that might be your friend group. But isn't that atypical? Most,
Yeah.
well, let's be very real. People.
Yeah.
Not just,
Right.
you know,
I'm
eighth
not
graders.
a big reader.
Not what you would call a learned man. How do you find yourself to be similar to and not similar to your peers? And so not just your friends, but if we took 100 kids from 8th grade and you go, I'm just like everybody else in this way. What are those ways? I fit right in because I'm
talkative. I don't know that everybody is necessarily friendly, but I like making friends.
right. More than half of the
So,
people you're going to get along with.
yeah.
You're fine. You're into that kind of stuff. And where are you different? Well, number one, you're friendly because a lot of people aren't friendly. Let me just answer that for you.
I'd say I just had it.
It's all right. You can come back to it if you want.
I believe, can I say a way I think you're different?
You're the best dad in the world.
I do think you're not prone to following the crowd. Again, because you know who you are and what you stand for. And I think that that confidence gives you the ability to allow people to come in and out of your life, and you're not, again, and that allows you to not compromise who you are, where a lot of people do that. That would be one way if I could offer an answer for you. But you had an answer that you were going to say?
Yeah. No, I like yours. That's
Good way
It'd
of
be
putting
great
it.
if she goes, I have my own voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's listening to your answer for her.
Yeah.
no. I think that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
Couldn't find the words.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and maybe what you're saying is, and you're both saying this, you know who you are and you prioritize that over belonging to a greater group. You're not going to sacrifice who you are to fit in with 50. You'll be fine with your tribe of 5, and it has to be, I'll go be by myself for a bit. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back in the room and self-regulate, because that's what she said as a 3-year-old, right? I'm going to go regulate my emotions and my
She might as
behavior
well have
this
said it.
time.
Like, I don't want to be around you, Uncle Eric. I'm going to go back in my room.
I'm going to ask you a question that I don't know that it's fair or if you can answer. Hell of a question. In that, what do people get wrong about people your age? The reason why you may not be able to answer it is you don't talk to a lot of people. But like, people go, oh, these 14-year-olds. No, this Gen Alpha.
What is she, Gen Alpha?
Yeah.
Oh, there's that great debate. Ethan always reminds her, you're Gen Alpha, you're not Gen Z. He's so delightful.
Weird
in that.
flex, bro.
Yeah, he's so adamant in that. You're Gen Alpha, you're not Gen Z like me.
I'm just wondering, when he became 60 years old,
When
Gen Alpha.
when he talks about generations and their labels.
Hey, Abby's still here.
Yeah.
What was the question?
What do people get wrong about people your age?
Um,
And what do they get right? Ooh, I love good questions that I love. Whether they're good or not, I don't know. Should we give you examples?
I feel like they get wrong that since we're the same age, we all get along with each other.
So they think you're homogenous based simply on your age, that you all think the same, act the same, like the same music,
Yeah.
and like each other. Interesting.
Yeah.
I did just pull up
Yeah.
Abby's original emotional needs.
From 1/4 of her life ago.
I would like. I
Yeah.
would love for her to take this again. Although
Yeah,
I feel
would
like
too.
we asked you that the other. We just had this
Yeah.
conversation, and maybe this is the one I pulled up recently, but I would be interested to see what your approval score would be now.
Belonging. Is
What-
it high then? That's belonging. The need to be a part of something.
I feel like it's high because I mean, Abby mentioned that she loves to make friends.
Well, she loves to make friends. You're really active. Like you've tried over the past 2 years. You've tried softball. You've done volleyball, musical. So you do like to be part of groups.
Let me ask you a question. You're in the band now. You're in the ensemble. Is that the term that we use? The dance ensemble?
the visual,
Visual
the
ensemble.
VE.
Sure. What do you like best about that? About being in the visual ensemble?
First of all, I just like dancing, but I also like that it's a smaller group. So
Like a group
We-
within the bigger band.
yeah,
Yeah.
so
That's
Like-
I like that about drumline when I was in band.
yeah, so we get to know each other better
Mm-hmm.
and more because it's not a huge group; it's just a little group. So we're kind of forced to talk to each other all the time and made some decent friends.
Because if you would have said, I love game night. I love when I'm there on the field and I get, well, that's attention. But what you're saying is I appreciate the relationships and I like the bonding and I like the dance. You know, it's a common bond. So I think that's an interesting reveal that it's still a big need of belonging.
Yeah. Do you guys do just do stuff with the band, or do you guys do like separate things on your own as like a dance group?
No, we usually only do stuff together with the band.
Got it.
So
And so is that done for the year?
yes, until Memorial Day, I'm pretty sure.
It's been a slog because she started back in July.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
they just, like I said, they just did the light up night last Thursday.
And that was kind of it.
Yeah, we have a party for just like the band in February. But yeah, the only other event we have it's like Memorial Day, I'm pretty sure. So yeah,
Right.
pretty much.
Well, then
over.
4th of July and you get into the summer stuff. They don't even do 4th of July, do they?
No, I think that's too
Okay.
far into the summer.
It's like a middle point.
Memorial
between
Day is
the-
usually the last one.
between like the next year.
Sounds like Memorial Day.
yeah.
Sounds like it's the end. So if you had to pick from these three things, videos, short series, or full movies. So a video is, I'm looking at TikTok, I'm looking at Instagram,
Right.
you know, it's a short video versus, oh, I'm watching Stranger Things versus, oh, I can't wait to see this movie. Where do you find yourself watching more of?
I think a series because there's usually more of it, but I don't have to really worry about a stopping point because of episodes. I can just pick it right back up. Whereas with a movie, it's just continuous and there's usually not as much.
What's the last
And-
movie you've seen?
Wicked?
Okay. Eric?
Wicked 2.
Last Ooh. In the theater?
No.
No. Probably Christmas Vacation because it's Christmas season and we're in the Christmas movie mode.
Goodfellas. I watch it every year at Christmas because to me it's a Christmas movie for some reason.
There's Christmas in that movie.
There's Christmas in that movie.
So you take Die Hard right out of the equation and go right to Goodfellas.
I do love Die Hard.
We've
I've watched that
Die Hard.
already.
Have you seen the thing that Die Hard and Home Alone are the same movie?
No, but I've seen like the fan fiction of what's his name, the cop in Die Hard.
Oh yeah, black dude.
Yeah, but where he like there's fan fiction that
Pal.
he escapes to these other worlds in Family Matters because he's a cop in Family Matters. And he's a cop in some other movie, but since he like shot the kid in Die Hard, he's trying to escape that world, and they like those are his other like in his mind. That's like where he escapes to.
Yeah, that's
It's pretty
wow.
interesting.
Yeah.
So Macaulay Culkin, his real life, I think, aunt is Bruce Willis's wife
In the movie.
Die Hard.
Yeah,
And if you think about it, bad guy enters the building, the good guy goes around booby trapping everything.
Yeah.
You know, and it's at Christmas time, and you're like,
Oh,
it's the same movie.
Same plot, yeah.
That he just
And I love
sabotages
both.
the whole thing.
I love
Yeah.
Home Alone.
So yours was Goodfellas, and mine is I don't know.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You're big on Supernatural right now.
Yes.
You're watching
Oh,
through
another
Supernatural.
her going down
Yeah.
that route.
I've seen
Ethan
one episode.
finished it. I
Yeah.
was like, bro,
Yeah,
you're
there's like
I
18
finished it. I'm on
18
my
seasons.
rewatch.
You're on a rewatch?
Oh,
Yeah.
you did finish the whole thing.
Yeah.
I
Really?
did really like it at the beginning, and then it kind of goes off the rails at some point. But
I mean, it's 18 or 17.
it's so many
seasons
seasons.
It's
It's
15,
crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like 20 episodes per season.
Yeah, it is
So.
wild.
Yeah. So recently, again, we had a loved one pass away. John, you didn't see him a whole lot. It wasn't like he was local, but you very much loved him. I think you guys kept up on Snapchat quite a bit.
Can I ask you a question before we get there?
Sure.
But about that?
Sure.
So when Trey passed away, Marcy and Rich, my sister and brother-in-law, picked up Mia first. Now, Mia at the time was junior high school, so she was at Linton, but I think maybe only 7th grade or whatever. And they didn't say anything until they went, or no, I guess she wasn't at Linton. She was, it doesn't matter. Point of the story is they went and got Lydia. So they got her out of school because he died that morning. And they went and got Lydia. And then finally, when Lydia got in the car, they told them both. And I remember, because I only learned this a year after Trey died, we gathered everybody together to tell the stories. And I said, Mia, what was it like for that car ride? Like, they didn't say why we got you out of school and what's going on. She's like, I was just really confused and everything else. So for you, this is the most significant death you've experienced, yes? I mean, maybe Rob would be another one.
Rob, Aunt Donna, I don't know.
Well, maybe you can answer. Is this the biggest one?
I'd say so, because I was the closest and I was the oldest. Like, this is the oldest I've been for a loss. So, yeah.
And how was it, how was it going through finding out? Like, did you get that, like, red hot feeling in your forehead? Did you go numb?
Yeah.
Did you worry about your mom? What kind of went all through? Is it just dizzying? How would you explain it?
Right when they told me, I just kind of got like that blank stare. I wasn't really thinking about anything. And then, it didn't really hit until that night. So.
Yeah, you definitely went catatonic sitting on the couch. And then it hit later that night. Yeah, because
Yes.
we just she went up to her room and, we gave her space. So it was in your room and it started to hit you there.
Yeah. And then the youth group sang that night.
That's right, because we told you Friday. So this past Friday, they had a youth group event, which I think was great that she was able to get out of the house and go to this worship night.
Yeah, it's called Youth Abide International Worship Night, and they had some speakers from, I think they were all from India. So we worshiped, and we had like a little student panel for seniors. I'm pretty sure they brought up a couple of the seniors, just asked them some questions. So yeah, it was good.
Was it good just to be there and to worship, or did you get to talk to anybody about it? Or you kind of keep that close to the vest?
I didn't talk to anybody about it. I think, pretty sure only one of my friends knows.
Yeah.
So.
How'd they know? Did you tell them?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm not sure how they would have figured that out. Might have been
So
the
that would
dumbest
be-
question I've asked.
But it's interesting, just being, it was comforting to be around other people, to be, that sense of belonging, just being with a group of people that, love you yeah.
And have you had good conversations with your mom and dad about it? I mean, pretend he's not here. But you know what I'm saying? Have you talked about it, or is this the most you've talked about it?
I think this is the most we've
And
talked
does it make you
about it.
uncomfortable?
No,
Right.
just I don't say I don't like, but I don't want to say it makes me uneasy
Sure.
either, but I don't really like talking about loss to an extent. So
What's the biggest extent? You know what I mean? So yeah, that's don't ever feel shamed about that. There are, my dad didn't want to come to the 1 year anniversary of tray dyeing because we were going to be talking about it. He was 80 years old plus at the time. So that's not abnormal. And it's a little bit unfair for me to even ask the questions that we have. So I appreciate the courage you've taken to examine that and to even go as far as you did.
yeah.
Not along those same lines at all. What are you looking forward to for the rest of the school year? We're not family stuff, but like, are you going to do the play? Are you trying out for that?
Yeah, I'm doing
The
the
musical, I should say.
Yeah.
Are tryouts
Yeah.
happening yet? Auditions, by the way. I keep
Yeah.
telling Bella, how do tryouts go? You do sport tryouts. Musicals, you audition.
Yeah.
It's
Auditions were a little over a month ago. So I actually just had rehearsal today.
Nice.
What's the musical?
But Matilda.
Oh, I love Matilda. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
So
You take the money and run Venezuela.
I don't know it. I've never seen it.
Is that a song? Matilda,
I don't know.
Matilda. You guys sing that?
No.
Matilda, she take the money and run Venezuela.
All right, we'll have to look that up.
Okay.
In my family, it was, oh, Glenda, oh, Glenda.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
she took
there's
my
a lot
dad
there, huh?
and his money too.
But you're in it. You got a part.
yeah.
Okay, part? Which
Not
part?
Matilda.
Banana 3?
But
Banana 3.
I have a name.
Hey!
actually. So
What is it?
I'm Amanda. And I
call you Mandy.
I'm supposed to get swung around by my pigtails.
How are you going to do that on stage?
No idea.
Oh, I know how. So they'll grab her pigtails and she'll grab their wrists.
There you go. Give it a shot.
Wow.
Maybe.
Not
So,
sure why I know that, but
Is Amanda like a classmate of Matilda?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
and you have you don't have a song to yourself, but you got a line
Yeah, I have a couple lines by myself
in songs, and you have some speaking lines.
I have like 4.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So not the biggest part that you wanted. How do you handle rejection? Not that you got rejected because you did get a part in the play, but you were you really wanted the part of Matilda, and your 8th grade, last year in the junior high, both the teachers, the people that are leading and producing the musical, like you have them as teachers. And it was kind of like, okay, so you didn't get what you wanted. How did you handle that?
You want me to go talk to somebody?
I mean, I was definitely really sad about it because it was smaller than my part last year. But, and I don't want to say I just kind of looked over it, but I didn't spend too much time.
You didn't dwell on
I
it.
love that though,
Yeah.
because you didn't pretend that it didn't hurt,
Mm-hmm.
but you didn't sit in it for too long. And it
Right.
doesn't sound like I'm not hearing any bitterness coming from you.
No.
You're like, oh, give me a chance. You're like, I can tell you what some of those stories I was writing were. You're like, oh, the writer's block is gone. Little rage writing never hurt anybody. Maybe it did.
So you feel like you processed that, and do you feel like you're hanging on to it a little bit?
I would. Sorry.
Maybe a little bit, but no resentment.
No resentment.
Because what good is that going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do your hurts go to anger, or so we've talked about this on the pod many times. When you get hurt,
Anyone.
anyone,
When one gets
anybody gets hurt.
No, we don't talk about Abby all the time.
Yeah, fear, anger, guilt, or self-condemnation, which basically self-condemnation is I'm not worthy of even feeling hurt or being whatever. Guilt is it's my fault. Fear, obviously, you know what that is, and anger, you've seen me many times in life. So
Less though lately. Just want to point that out.
I've dealt with a lot of things, but so when you initially when you found out you didn't get that part, what happened?
Anger.
Yeah, you went to
Nice.
anger.
It's better than self-condemnation.
Yeah. No, I'm just glad you answered quickly because that means you know
Yeah.
You're aware of yourself.
Anger, I think a little bit of guilt, like, oh, I shouldn't have done this. I should have asked to do it again. I should have done this. I should have done that.
Do you know that
But-
Bella just had an audition at the school and she was sick? And when she got done, her professor, he said, how do you feel that went? And she goes, not great. And then later on, she was like beating herself up because she thought, oh, he was giving me the opportunity to say, can I do it again? And so it's funny that, you know, there you are this many years apart. She's a little more experienced than you are, and she's making the same mistakes. So you weren't beating yourself up, and it's okay if you were, but you're not alone in that.
Yeah.
So you're angry, and then you went into a little guilt. And it's funny that you say that as I'm interrupting myself, because we normally have like a lot of one of those places, like, and then a little of the other. And so for you, you're saying, yeah, I go to anger pretty quick, but then a little bit of guilt afterwards. Do you ever feel guilty that you felt angry?
Yeah.
When is that? Is that like more in relationships or just in general?
Just depends on the situation.
Sure.
Because if, like, if I was done wrong, I feel like I have a little bit of a right to feel somewhat angry.
Mm-hmm.
But
But if you don't control it, then you feel accountable for that.
yeah,
Like I was angry. I didn't need to do all that.
right.
And I don't know why, but did anybody else get a little chill when she goes, if I've been done wrong? I was like, did we just go into a Western? Like I really did. She was like, if I've done wrong, there's going to be a price to pay. You don't
And it makes
cross
sense.
that herd.
Your other, according to the emotional needs questionnaire that you took 4 years ago or whatever, how long it's been, your other highest need is acceptance. So that does kind of follow.
Mhm.
You know, like doesn't want to do
Acceptance
wrong.
is being loved even though you've made a mistake.
Yeah.
I think that also as an eighth grader living in 2025 with all the social media and everything that you are exposed to, just the general feeling of your Gen Alpha or Gen Z, whichever you choose.
Wait, Ethan's calling in. Gen Alpha.
There's, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this goes back to Jay's question about we say things that might not be true about you and your age, but there's a lot of anxiety, a lot of anxiety that people live with. I mean, and I think it's true for adults too, but in your age, you know, the online bullying, the fact that if you make a mistake, people are putting it online. How do you deal with that, with anxiety, with, you know, with those social pressures? How do you live in it? Do you let it roll off your back? Like, how do you navigate that fear of missing out? Like when you're watching, look social media.
Right. I mean, just in general, I think in the moment I might care, but generally I feel like I kind of just let it go because I know that other people are always going to view me differently.
Mm-hmm.
And
Other people are going to view you differently than you view yourself. Is that what you mean?
and like everybody's gonna view me differently, and like my decisions and stuff aren't curated and meant for them. So
That's like the most emotionally intelligent thing that may have ever been said at the table. Say it again.
my choices and
Emotions are not
emotions,
curated for them.
yeah,
That's pretty deep. It's pretty good.
And seriously, it's the most phenomenal thing. My emotions and my choices were not made for you. So whether you like them or not, it's kind of irrelevant.
It's on you, bro.
There's a T-shirt in there somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody can understand it. They're not
So-
even there to hear that.
I'm curious. now that you've had a phone and you've lived, this is a very dad question. Now that you've had a phone, you've lived, with social media for a while. What age do you think it's appropriate
For
for
him
somebody
to give Maggie a phone.
Yeah.
Let me just cut to that.
Well, let's say this. You can tell Maggie she can have a phone when she's 25. We're just going to keep that story going, and if it comes from you, that's way better than coming from me.
You even say to her, Maggie, I can't wait till I turn 25. I'm going to get my first phone.
As you pull out your phone.
Look, I have it saved on my calendar.
Like, do you like having a phone, and do you like to be connected all the time?
I do.
Okay.
But I think that until high school, and even then, phones, like, I'd say after elementary school would be fine, but with very restricted access.
Yeah.
So, like, no free internet access.
Mm-hmm.
Like, have to get approval from, like,
Parents, guardians, whatever.
to get apps or whatever, screen time limits, and definitely more free in high school. But because it's always good to be able to communicate with your parents and vice versa, like to your child when needed, but they don't need all the social media that we have today.
We kind of slow rolled it in for you. Pretty much what you talked about. Yeah, you could have some communication, and then like you couldn't have Instagram or Facebook or whatever, Snapchat for quite a while. And I think for us it was we're going to do our best to build a really good human being, to to support a really good human being. And then as I've always taken the approach of, I'm going to give you as much freedom as you can handle. And, to watch closely at first, when you start to open up that world, you have to watch. And then there's going to be the fact that you don't always know what they're looking at, but what kind of human being are you going to build? And, it seems to have worked out pretty well for us, I think.
Snapchat, Instagram, or TikTok? Where do you spend more time?
Probably TikTok.
What's number 2?
What's
number 2?
What are my options? Snapchat.
Well,
TikTok,
you can just say what's your number
Instagram.
2 app. I mean, for that matter.
Could be something we don't even know about.
Yeah.
Better not be.
Yik yak.
I'd say
Is it?
Yeah.
probably Snapchat, because I talk to a lot of my friends on there. But, like, I have a lot of their numbers.
Sure.
It's just,
It's easier to snap.
yeah.
I had it once for like 3 hours.
Same. I was like, I don't need this.
Right. I was like that with Reddit too, though.
Yeah.
Hate Reddit. All right, let me ask you one last very important question. If you could have an unlimited supply of liquid that comes out of your fingers, what liquid would come out of which finger?
I can have a different one on each finger. Oh.
No, you don't. I mean, you can have unlimited. I mean, it's unlimited. So why would you want the same liquid to come out of? I have double unlimited.
Water.
Nice.
Good answer.
That'd be very useful.
I would think so.
Put out fires. Drink.
Be like a superhero. And if you had 2 fingers, you could put fire out with one and drink with the other. Go ahead.
Dr. Pepper.
Nice.
Yeah.
Really?
I love Dr.
Straight up
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
Okay. Because they're doing some fancy stuff.
I do like
A lot
Diet
of
Dr.
different
Pepper with
Dr.
cherry.
Peppers.
Diet cherry Dr. Pepper is just fire.
Iced tea.
Iced tea?
Turner's? Or like plain
Pure leaf.
pure leaf?
Pure leaf.
Okay, all right. We're bougie.
Doesn't have to be beverages. Remember.
I know.
Gasoline.
That would be
Oil?
smart.
Oil. Just oil. Like how much a barrel? Liquid gold.
I used to fantasize when I was in elementary school that Sunny D would come out of the.
Oh yeah, the water fountains.
water
oh
fountains.
yeah, it's like that's like the worst thing you could drink. Mine would be printer ink.
Printer ink.
It's worth more than like gasoline. Like
It's pretty expensive.
it's so
is good.
expensive. And you can write
Okay,
with
so
it.
you've got
Water, tea, Dr. Pepper. That's it. You got 2 more
Gasoline?
fingers.
Honestly, gas is really smart. Yeah,
I like it.
gets very expensive.
One, you can fill up your parents' cars, then your own car when you get your car.
Yeah.
So the thing's on fire.
is electricity considered liquid?
No,
No.
I'd consider that more.
I'd like to
I
be
mean,
able to shoot.
I'm
If
not
it's-
the learned man.
I'd
If
like to
it's
be able to shoot.
one, if
It's
it's one of
plasma.
the states of matter, I'd say plasma. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the fifth?
Blood of my enemies. Oh, blood. Type whatever blood. You go around.
Oh, like universal donor
yeah.
blood?
Because you can go around and help people in accidents and stuff like that. And then,
I got you. I got you.
You can
Everything's
make-
going to
you
be
can make some money
fine.
that way.
and, like, if you know,
Wow.
freak
I
people
don't
out.
do blood.
You don't do blood?
No.
No.
Oh, you seem to be alive.
Well,
you do make
She likes
it.
to keep it on the
You do
inside.
make it
Oh, I see.
internally.
Okay, so we're scratching blood. No
Yeah.
blood.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's
That's fair.
tough. It's
Fifth
tough.
one's open. You can let us know.
Think about it later and let me know.
What would you, it's 11:30 tonight, and you go, oh, man, I wish I would have said. Is there anything on your mind that you like? I want to say this before we get off the air.
It can be anything.
Who helps you get through school the most?
Friends.
Mm.
Are you looking for a specific person?
It's up to you.
Could be.
If you don't want to alienate a couple, then just say friends. If you want to give a shout out, give a shout out. Friends. We'll stick
She's
with
watching.
that. She's watching.
She knows who
Hopefully,
she is.
still watching. Charlotte.
Charlotte, sweet. That's okay.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite teacher? Or least unfavorite teacher?
Probably either my history teacher, Mr. Bilski,
Ah, I love Mr. Bilski.
or my math well, he was my math teacher last year, Mr. Johnson.
Oh yeah, Mr. Johnson's awesome. Look at she picks all the good ones. And now, last question for me at least: do you think that Mrs. Barker is retiring because you're not going to be in anymore?
Definitely.
I think so. Sandy, great lady.
Yeah. Take us out.
Take us out.
That's it for episode 306. Join us next week for episode 307. Between now and then, please give us a like or follow on social media and visit us at lunchtimeinrome.com. While there, take our relational needs questionnaire. Thanks for joining us at the table for Lunchtime in Rome.
See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.